Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 174, and I am so glad that you are here today because I am talking about an important topic. Of course, don't I say that every week? That's an important topic. I just think that every episode I'm recording, I'm like, wait, this is important. So today we are talking about the 3 ingredients, I believe, for you to feel like you are successful with this business. If you're in the idea stage, if you're starting or you're growing, whatever stage you're in, I believe these 3 things are going to be what it takes for you to go, oh my gosh, I'm successful and I've made it. So I hope you will listen to the entire episode. If you are new here, welcome. You have landed on this podcast, and I hope that it inspires you and motivates you as you start and build a business doing what you love, because you know what? We all have passions, skills, and God-given gifts that can be turned into a successful business. So I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, you need to get plugged in right now. I want to invite you to my private Facebook group. It's free. If you scroll down in the notes right now, so I don't know if you're in Apple Podcasts or whatever player you're in, scroll down right now and there'll be a link to my private Facebook group. There's, I don't even know how many people are in the group right now, maybe 1,600, something like that. Women that are all starting businesses, whether they're product businesses, service businesses, whatever it is. You can come in, you can get support, you can ask silly questions, because there are no silly questions, by the way, but you can ask questions, get help, and feel like you're part of some kind of group that is all doing this. Because I'm telling you, when you're starting a business, it can feel lonely, and I don't want you to feel lonely. So come in the group, and I'll tell you, when you click the button, it's going to take you to my Facebook group. You're going to have to answer 3 quick questions, and then I can approve you to come in. If you don't answer the questions, it's going to just leave you in a holding bin. Okay. So I want you to apply and then get in quickly so you can come in, and I'll welcome you in, and I'll be so excited that you're in there. Also, if you're new, I have some free resources for you. So if you scroll down below as well, you will see a link to my free resources. I've got a business idea guide. It's called an Ikigai guide. It's going to help you match up your passions and skills and all that. And then I also have a 16-step checklist for starting your business. People love it. You can sit there and work through everything and get your business started. Someone had posted in the Facebook group the other day with their 16-step checklist out on their desk, and their cat was sitting on the checklist like, why are you doing this and not paying attention to me? I loved it. I thought it was so cute. So anyways, if you're working on your checklist and you're in the Facebook group, post a picture in our Facebook group. I love seeing y'all work through things and know that you're getting things done. You're actually making this dream of yours happen. So if you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. You can do those things. If you've been listening a while, I want to thank you. Thank you for being such loyal listeners, for all your positive feedback, for your encouragement. Y'all are so wonderful to me. I never feel worthy, but I show up every day for you because I want you to pursue your dream and affect others' lives as well. And if you've been listening to this podcast a while and you have never left a review. Like you've never left a review. I have some people that have been listening since the very beginning, over 3 years now, and round of applause to all of you. But if you've been listening and you've never taken the time to just write like a real quick review, it would mean the world to me. It really means so much when I get those reviews. And I can't help but think too that it helps Apple and all the players show it to more people like us who are starting businesses and looking for a good podcast. So if you will take the time to do that, all you have to do is like hit the 5-star rating. If you're listening, I don't know what player you're in, but there should be like a 5-star rating that you can hit. And then if you have 30 seconds to write a review about what this podcast has meant to you or how it's helped you, it would just mean so much. So that's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? How is everything going with your business? Are you loving it? Are you loving doing this? I sure hope you are. Y'all, this journey that you're on is an exhilarating and fun journey. Those other people out there that haven't sought out podcasts or haven't tried to get help, sometimes they feel lonely and it's not fun and they're stressed out and they're struggling. And I don't want that to be you. That's why I'm so glad you're here. I am so happy that you are taking time to soak in the information that I'm giving you, because I've been running my own businesses for a very long time, 23 years now. And all I want to do is help you turn your passions and skills and God-given gifts into a business, a successful one that you love. And so today, these 3 things that I believe will enable you to feel successful with this business, because I think this is what happens. A lot of you are getting things going and then you get your business open and it's open. And some of you, I know, struggle trying to, market yourself and put yourself out there and grow it and all that stuff. And you don't feel successful. Is that you? Do you feel successful yet? I mean, I know we talk about this a lot about building a successful business and you can do it. And I truly believe I am proof that you can turn your passions into a money-making business. You can do this, okay? But I think a lot of people don't feel successful. And so I think there's 3 ingredients for feeling successful. We're going to talk about them today. And I have a feeling you're going to agree with this if you didn't already realize these 3 things already. Okay. But I think will put it into perspective and it'll help you kind of identify maybe one that you're missing, because maybe one of these 3 you're missing, or 2 of these 3, or maybe even all 3 you're missing. And maybe you can sit back and realize, okay, one of these is missing and I need to pivot or change or adjust or do something. Okay. So let's start off with the first one. I think the first ingredient to feel successful is that you actually are making money. Would you not agree? I mean, you have to have income. Okay. So all these are going to kind of start with a vowel. So my first one here is income. I think once you start making money, you feel successful. And I'm kind of feeling like some of you right now that are new business owners, maybe you're not making very many sales right now in the beginning and you're shaking your head like, yeah, I need sales so that I feel like this is successful. I need income, right? And so it's important when you're starting your business and you're growing that you're actually getting sales and making money, because here is what a lot of new business owners are doing wrong. They're doing all the cutesy stuff behind the scenes. They're getting their amazing product or service ready. They're decorating it, putting bows on it, making it look beautiful, but they have neglected the whole side of actually putting themselves out there and sharing their business. They think that if they just build it, if they get it open, people are going to automatically start buying. And wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, y'all, people don't automatically buy from me. I have to put myself out here every week. Every week I'm showing up on this podcast because I love it. It doesn't feel like work to me. But the truth is, this is how I generate new listeners. This is how I keep current listeners. This is how I help people decide if they want to work with me or not, because they get to know me from this podcast, right? And so you always have to be working on generating new people learning about your business and then turning them into sales. You have to make income. There's a lot of new business owners out there that aren't making money. And if that's you, don't fret, don't freak out. Just know that your focus over the coming weeks and months needs to be on how you're going to make money. And I don't mean by being a slimy, icky, salesy, aggressive salesperson, okay? I'm talking about putting yourself out there in authentic ways that actually attracts people to you. Okay. You're not like yanking them off the street and trying to convince them. You're actually doing things that are attracting people. You're bringing them in. You're bringing them into your circle and you're converting them into sales. You have to be making income. Now, if you've got an Etsy store or a website, maybe you sell a physical product, you've got to have a way to be seen regularly. Maybe you have keywords right on your Etsy page so that Etsy will show your page when people are searching for it. Maybe you get really good ratings on there. Maybe you have a unique product that there's not much competition and people can find you. Maybe you do booths locally. Maybe you sell a service and you're super social and you're networking and you're good at all that and you draw people in. You have to be doing that in order to make money. I think a lot of people now, because the barrier to entry of a new business is not that much anymore, that a lot of people just haphazardly start their business. I say they willy-nilly start it, but they start it, they throw it together, they get it up, and then they hear crickets and they're not making income. So to me, you are never going to feel successful if you are not making income and money. Okay. So for all of you out there today, there's some of you that are making money and you're like, check, I'm making money. Some of you aren't. Then you need to be focusing on activities that will actually make you money instead of putting bows and bells and whistles on everything to make everything cutesy and better. Okay. Does that make sense? You are not going to feel successful unless you are making money. I can tell you from personal experience. In the beginning of this business, it took me a little while to really start making money, and I didn't feel successful. Okay. I didn't have that many clients. And even though I was making a difference for people, I just didn't feel successful because I didn't have the income I wanted to make, right? And that's what it's about. You have to have the income you want to make. And did you hear me? I didn't say there was a certain dollar amount that makes you feel successful. It's achieving the amount of income that you know you need to keep it afloat and that you need for your family or your dreams or whatever it is that you're doing so that you don't have to go back to work or so that you don't have to have a part-time job, all that stuff. So that's when you will feel successful. This is only one of the three that I'm talking about today. This is the first of the three ingredients, is making an income. But you probably knew that one already, right? You knew that in order to feel successful, you need to make money, right? Okay, so the first one was income. The second one is that you actually have to be enjoying it. Income is number one. Enjoyment is number two. You actually have to enjoy doing this. I have met new business owners who have businesses and they're flailing around because they don't love what they're offering. They don't love it. And I don't know that you even have to love it. I think you just have to really like it. I think there has to be a like factor in there. I don't think it has to be your favorite thing in the world. I don't. But I think you have to like it because I think you're going to become very disenchanted with this business and you are not going to want to put in the extra work or invest more in yourself or the business if you don't actually enjoy it. So think about it right now, whether you have a service or a product that you're offering or that you want to offer. Does it excite you? Does it make you giddy? Are you just so looking forward to preparing this for people or serving people or helping people this way or giving them this or selling them this, whatever it is? Are you excited about them using this? Are you excited about the results that they're going to have from using your product or service? You actually have to enjoy the product or service that you are offering, I believe, in order to feel successful, okay? Can you have a successful business? I'm going to put in quotes, successful business with a product or service you don't love. Yes. With you don't even like. Yes, you can be doing that. But this is where it goes bad. Like I said a minute ago, it goes bad when the rubber meets the road and you realize you're going to have to invest something big to grow. You're going to have to invest in yourself, maybe with coaching or a coaching program like Grow Getters or my new Level Up program that's coming out for my Grow Getters. You will have a hard time investing in yourself and investing in your business when you don't love it. And you won't feel successful and you won't want to keep investing. And I'm not saying everybody has to invest tons of money in yourself or your business. You don't, but there will be things you have to spend money on, whether it's some kind of ads. You may have to start investing in Facebook ads to get more exposure. You may have to join some kind of organization that costs money. You may have to revamp your website, which costs money. You may have to spend time. Forget the money. It may be time that you have to spend taking on a new skill within your business or paying to hire people to work for you. I have a VA now. I'm so stoked about it. So shout out to Crizel. She is my new VA and she's amazing. And she's been helping me with like back end stuff with Kajabi and all of that. And what a relief. Oh my gosh, what a relief. But if I didn't really believe in this business, if I didn't love what I do right here with the podcast and the business and all of this is all works symbiotically, right? It's all working together. I wouldn't want to invest in help because I would just kind of be doing stuff going, I don't know. Like you wouldn't feel sure about it. So think about it. For your business. Also, if you're not actually enjoying it, you're not going to show up in ways like maybe go try to, show up and get on someone's podcast or, stand up and speak at a meeting or volunteer to be a guest speaker, or, pay to be a sponsor so you get your business name on something. Like you won't do those things because you're not enjoying it and you don't really believe in it and you won't invest and you won't take your business to the next level. Okay? So think about it. If you are not enjoying this, you are not going to feel successful because there's always going to be that little piece that's missing that's like, but I don't actually love it. You're like, I'm making money, but I don't actually love it. Isn't that what people say right now with their jobs? I mean, you're back in another job. That's pretty much what it is. You're back in a job that you don't love. You're in a job again. And you know who your boss is? Everybody else. You've got customers that are your boss now instead of you being the boss because you just are disenchanted and you're only doing what you have to do. You're not really thinking higher level about how to grow and do these things and you don't feel, fulfilled. You're just not enjoying it. And you keep daydreaming about other things you could be doing that you would enjoy more. I know business owners that do this. They have a business and they like it and it's going, but they're just not totally enjoying it. And so they find themselves not wanting to do the hard things. Is that you? Not wanting to commit to greater in the business, like just having a hard time and feeling a little disenchanted or disconnected. If that's you, I challenge you today. Maybe you need to pivot. Maybe you just need to add something greater. Is there something that would make your product or service offering even greater if you did XYZ? Because maybe that's something you invest in so that you can grow and actually enjoy it more. Does that make sense? If you're not enjoying this, you're going to have a real hard time when the rubber meets the road, okay? So again, we're talking about the 3 ingredients to feel successful as you start and build this business. The first one is that it actually makes income. And the second one is that you are actually enjoying it. And the third one is that you are actually making an impact. Okay? If you don't feel like you are making a difference in other people's lives, you are not going to feel like this business is successful. I'm just telling you, you're not. I was doing great with my other businesses. I loved my online boutiques. They were amazing. I felt like I was making a difference for a very long time. But here's the funny thing, that when I started not enjoying it as much, I didn't feel like I was making an impact. And I know that sounds weird because it almost intertwined. Even though I was making an impact, I didn't feel it because my heart wasn't totally into it. I've known business owners that have been selling something and it's just something they're kind of just selling. Their heart's not really in it. And it's not really making that big of a difference for people at all. And they just don't feel fulfilled. They don't feel like they're making a difference and they don't feel successful because they're like, isn't a business supposed to be exhilarating and feel super fulfilling and rewarding? Like I'm actually doing something amazing for people. And if it's not, I challenge you today too, because it's causing you problems. If you don't feel fulfilled, you're still going to be yearning for a way to use your God-given gifts and your passions and your skills for something greater. You will still yearn for that. Now, am I saying that if you have a business that's totally rewarding, fulfilling, that's the end all be all and you'll never want to do anything rewarding and fulfilling again? No, that is not the case. Okay. Because my business right now is super uber rewarding and fulfilling. And, I get teary-eyed when I read stuff in my groups, like people who have achieved what they didn't think they could have achieved, or they've accomplished something, or they started a podcast, or they put themselves out there in a way. It literally warms my soul and I get teary-eyed. I'm not even kidding. Okay. People just even getting their EIN number or their license or their DBA. Like, it makes me so happy because it puts me back at that moment when I was doing the same thing. Okay. And so when people tell me, like, I'm so glad that you have this podcast and I'm so glad that you start. I have people thanking me for Grow Getters and the Just Getting Started group. I never in my wildest dreams imagine that I would be charging for something that people are thanking me for charging them for. Because by charging them for these services, it meant that they had skin in the game. And they committed to their future for what they wanted. It meant that they knew in their heart and soul that they were capable of more. And they're thanking me for that. And I can't believe it. And they're giving me money. What is going on? This can happen for you too. And I don't want any of you, if you have a product right now that you sell, a physical product, to ever discount that can't be of value to people. Because I know you're hearing me talk about my service business, right? Coaching services, helping people. It is very impactful for people by nature. Okay. And you may be thinking, I just sell jellies and jams. Like I have Allie in my group who has Jamel Jams, and she's just a complete sweetheart. She is selling jellies and jams and has made her business so joyful, and you can just feel the spirit of God in her business, and you can see the joy on her face, and she's making a difference for people. It's not even just in the product that she's making. So don't ever discount what you are selling, because you are also selling an energy, a belief. You're selling hope for people. Jellies and jams make people's faces light up. They make people happy when they taste it, and it makes their table or their spread or their, guests happy. So you're doing so much more than you ever realized. Please don't ever doubt it. But if you don't ever feel like you're making an impact, then you need to look in the mirror. Is it because you're not actually taking the time to make a difference, or that you don't see the difference, or that you're not creating a way to make a difference? Are you creating a way to make a difference around your product or service? This is big. Y'all may need to listen to these last minutes here again, because I really want you to dig deeper than just what you're selling. What is the feeling around what you're selling? That is how you are going to make an impact, okay? If you have a business like mine, maybe you're a life coach, a consultant, you by nature will already be impacting lives if you're giving it all you got and you are showing up and you are there. But people who sell products are probably thinking, what am I doing? Is this really making a difference? Heck yes, you are. You create a feeling. You create an environment. You create a room, right? My last business was called In This Very Room. And we sold home accessories and gifts. I started it with a friend and then I took it online. And that saying, in this very room, is the right here, right now. What is that environment, that feel that you are creating that's making a difference? Because I'm telling you now, you will feel very successful when you're making an impact. You will feel so successful, even if the money isn't totally there. You are making money, but you're not making it there. Because what happens is, even if the money isn't there, you know you're making a difference. And you know that if you just put your mind to it, you can make more money. But to me, the impact part is the big one. Because you will feel really successful when you're making a difference. You can do things to make more money if you're enjoying it and you're making a difference, right? You're making an impact. If you're doing those two things, you can make more money. by being smart and strategic about how you attract the right people and turn them into leads and sales, which is exactly what we do in Grow Getters, because a lot of new business owners struggle at this point. In fact, I dare say all of the people in Grow Getters, like, they believe in their product. They love it. It is from their soul. They make it or they create it or they offer it. And every single one of them, I look at them when we're on the Zoom calls and I can see it on their face. And they wholeheartedly believe in what they're offering. So check, they've got that. They believe in it. They enjoy it. They're making a difference. If the money and sales aren't there, that can be helped because there's things that you can do. I just don't know how you help people that aren't enjoying it and that don't really feel like they're making a difference. I don't know how to totally help you besides say, okay, what could we offer in addition to what you're doing to help you, and maybe get really creative about that. But I think if you enjoy it and you're making an impact, you can make the money if you do the right thing. So to me, you are going to feel successful when you are making income, when you are enjoying it, and when you're making an impact. That's all three. It takes all three. That's what I think. It takes these three things. You will feel successful. Your business will be successful. Right now, who's to define what success is? But I think a lot of success is our own definition and it's our own amount of income. But I think we have to know that we have to enjoy it and we have to be making a difference so that this is sustainable, so that you can keep doing this and ride the wave when times get tough, because you know that it makes a difference. You know, people love it. You know, it makes a difference and you're actually enjoying it and you're in for the long haul. Now you just got to get strategic about how you're offering it, what you're saying, how you're packaging, and all that good stuff. And it's all an experiment. You have to do that. I invite you today, if that's you and you're like, you know what, I'm feeling it. I know it. I enjoy it. I make a difference. I want to make more of a difference, but I need to make more money. I am offering right now for you to check out Grow Getters, because this is my program to help you start attracting your right people so that you have a constant flow of new leads and new sales coming in, right? So you can make that money and you can make more impact, right? Because if you help more people, you can make more impact. So make sure you scroll down and check that out below. You can register your interest. If I'm not open right now, I only open the doors a few times a year. So you want to get on that list to get notified. And every now and then I will have a secret open. Okay. And nobody will know but the people on my email list. But other than that, I only open a few times a year. So anyways, I'm so excited about your successful business that you're building, because you are. You're making income. You are enjoying it and you are making an impact. And to me, you are successful and I hope you feel it too. So that is it. Y'all have a wonderful day. And until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.